Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be drafting some Amonkhet Remastered. Haven't been online much of late, so figured we would give this a go and see how it is. Obviously enjoy drafting. Don't really know all the cards in this set, so we're just going to give it a go. Always enjoy drafting, so. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so we've got Heaven to Earth. Deals X damage to creatures with flying. The Aftermath deals it to creatures without flying. That card seems alright. Trial of Zeal is very good. Remember this from Amonkhet before, so it just deals 3 damage. You do end up playing some cartouches, and then you get to pick it up and do it again. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be picking Trial of Zeal here. Like things like Cartouche of Solidarity is very good, along with Cartouche of Zeal. Can't remember what the blue one does. The black Trial is very good. It's an Edict. Yeah, this seems like the strongest card in the pack, so let's start there. Bone Pickers, a good card. Obviously they had a strong rare. I like Unquestionable Thirst. It's just as long as you control a desert or have a desert in your graveyard, it's a full-on pacify, which is nice. Challenger Defeat's just kind of a sideboard card. Crypt of Eternals is just some fixing for Grixis, but it's not good fixing. I think I like Unquestionable Thirst here. Nothing else that's really drawing me to anything. It's quite easy to pick up some deserts and make this really good, so let's go with that one. Magma Spray is reasonable. Splendid Agony, if I remember rightly, is very good. Just being able to put -1/-1 counters and everything can blow people out in combat, or end up having some good results there. I always liked the Pyramid, but it wasn't very good. Seeker of Insight, that's alright. I think Essence Scatter is just always a safe pick for blue-red kind of spells, and that would kind of lead us to that. Winds of Rebuke's actually a reasonable card as well, but we'll go Essence Scatter. Black Cartouche is giving your creature a lifelink. Okay. Right, so Trial of Solidarity is giving all your creatures +2/+1 in Vigilance, which is obviously pretty good. But I see these ones just aren't great here. I think I'm actually going to go for the desert here. I think I prefer having access to this when we've got 2 good blue cards. When nothing else is kind of drawing me to anything. Riddle Form is good, and we've got another Unquestionable Thirst. I think we're supposed to go for another Unquestionable Thirst here. Having access to more of these seems pretty reasonable. It means that it's been good that we've picked up the desert already. Now we cast a non-creature. That card seems fine actually. So it gives us another red card, gives us kind of a payoff for like being blue-red spells. It's 2/3 with Embalm. Embalm means that you can pay the Embalm cost, exile this card from your graveyard, create a copy of it. It's basically 2 creatures, which is nice. Yeah, I think this one's nice. It's a nice 2-drop. Yes, it dies to everything, but it's a nice 2-drop to get in the way, and then becomes another creature later on. I like Tormenting Voice. I think if we have a couple of Embams, it's nice just to be able to ditch them and kind of get some value later. Yeah, Sentinel seems fine. We'll have some cycling. We'll have some. Obviously, got like a Tormenting Voice already. I'm not a massive fan of Strategic Planning. Countervailing Wind seems good here now. We've already got like an Essence Scatter, so I think Seeker's pretty good here. The Moloch's fine. This seems solid. Like we don't have like a big bomby thing to be doing, but beyond that, it seems pretty good. Floodwaters is a good one. It's cycling, so it kind of goes with the theme, where they're like sentinels, and it's also a kind of something to give us at the top. And I don't think we'll play the Seer, but Hour of Promise is a good card. It's so you can play in Historic. Being able to find any 2 lands is great. So you can find things like Field of the Dead, but that's certainly not what we are looking for here. Gate to the Afterlife isn't what we'll want. There's not really anything that is like jumping out at us here. Naga Oracle, I guess, is a reasonable one. Actually, the Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs was actually a very good card if I recall correctly. Being able to just like have a 0/4 wall and ping them if you have a desert, so I'll go with that one. Like we're going to be like a defensive deck anyway. Ooh, Open Fire. Open Fire is just a good removal spell, very similar to our Trial. Just be able to deal 3 damage to anything. If it wasn't for that, we'd pick up the Desert or the Sheltered Thicket, so hopefully one of those wheels. Oh, Shatterstorm's in this set. That art's amazing. Sensor is usually a pretty good one. Being able to either get someone with the sensor or cycle it is good. Certainly don't want Crash Through, and I think we'll be able to pick up a Striped Riverwinder later on. I like the Hieroglyphic Illumination. Being able to have the split card of drawing 2 cards or just cycling to help our triggers is great. So. What have we got? I think I'm just in for another Moloch. None of these other ones are great. Like we can start to look at picking up things that just cycle, if we're struggling. So like 1 mana cycling cards on color are usually pretty reasonable. So we can always just look to try and pick those up if we're struggling. These Molochs are good. So. They're always 2/2s. They're probably going to be 3/3 first strike attackers, so which seems pretty good. I think I like picking up a Cartouche of Zeal just because we've got the Trial. It's not the best Cartouche, but Battlefield Scavenger is a nice one. So being able to exert it, so exert means that it won't untap during your next untap step, but you can discard a card and draw a card. So on your 2-drop to help kind of push through and figure out what you're working toward is pretty good. We'll pick up a Naga Oracle. I don't think I want that card, but I don't even want any of the other ones either. What we're looking at, we're a creature light, so we need to try and find some more creatures. Let's take the rare. We're not playing the crab. and these lands cycle for their colour, so unfortunately we didn't get either of the red, the Sheltered Thicket, or the red thing back, but that's okay. Okay, wow, that's amazing art of Rest in Peace as well. Trial of Knowledge is basically perfect. Draw 3 cards, discard a card. It makes me want to try and find another cartouche, but that's basically exactly what we're looking for. The only other thing that would probably be better is some kind of bigger creature, like 4 or 5 drop, to kind of try and push through a win rather than just having to rely on the smaller creatures. But of things that weren't that's probably one of the better ones. Wrath of God, amazing art of Wrath of God. Unfortunately, we're probably just this Spellweaver Eternal. Just not a lot for us here. Tap thing, we don't really care about that. Just go with another Censor, I think. Actually, no, we'll go Essence Scatter. We've got quite a lot of cycling things. We could do with another desert. Talking of which, Puncturing Blow is nice, but we do need another desert to turn on these Unquestionable Thirsts more reliably. So keen to do that, and those don't go towards our kind of card count either. So another Heckma Sentinels is pretty good because that's probably what we're going to be. That ones are probably going to be bigger than the Molochs a lot of the time. We might have to play that just because we don't really have any bigger creatures. Grind to Dust is a very good card as well. Very good card. Brings back a lot of memories playing seeing all these cards. We'll just take the white spell, it's the best card there. I need to move myself back over for this. Yeah, that's probably... does it actually matter? I kind of get away with it there. I'll leave it there and I can sort it for the games. Okay, it looks like we're not going to get any other kind of big finishers. So probably just going to have to make do with what we've got. So probably going to struggle a little bit to finish games. But hopefully we can get there. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty, so we definitely need to cut spells. I don't think we can cut any of our creatures. Probably don't need 2 Counterwilling Winds. Probably don't need 2 Tormenting Voices. This wall is not very good in our deck. I can take that one out. Let's cut one more spell, really. It's probably not as great in our deck as we wanted it to be. Let's give this a go. I don't think this is particularly good, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. Yeah, this hand seems fine. Got the Molochs, got an Essence Scatter, and there's a Desert for us to cycle as well, so that our removal spells are turned on later. So, and there it is. So, if they don't give us anything that we want to Essence Scatter, we can just cycle this Desert, which then turns on the Unquestionable Thirst. Sure. This background's amazing. Looks absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I don't think I care about that one. Like, when we're attacking, it's just not going to matter, so... Yeah, in a box. Could do with an island, but not the end of the world if we don't get there. Cool. I guess +1, +2, sure. I think I'm just playing out the Scavenger. I would kind of want to throw away a couple of these things. Hopefully we get to scatter something this turn. Magma Spray. Rude. We'll counter that one. Is exerting this one? Won't give me an extra damage? No. So play the Zealot. The Zealot's just slightly bigger. Hopefully means we can, if they don't kill it, we can well and truly race. If they want to push through, they'll kind of have to exert this one as well, so it only deals 5. So yeah, if you're trying to exert, you can't attack with all, you need to attack individually, so you can trigger the exert. Whenever one more, no, just put a creature, sure, fine. So whack them for 7. Play a Moloch. And then we've got open fire, and we've got lots of attackers. So Hour of Devastation. That's rude. Well, that's a pretty good one to pick up immediately after a Wrath. Forgot that card was even in this set. Spellweaver Eternal's an interesting one. Oh, have you got a... Oh, you got Magma Spray. Okay, Magma Spray is better than probably the other things that we're going to give it counters. So really didn't want them to be putting counters on, or making counters and putting counters on things and making insects. That would be pretty bad for us. I think I am supposed to put it on itself. Okay, well, we'll just have to draw cards. Just play our dudes. We can cycle the sensor to pump these things next turn. Does mean they're probably not got any good attacks. We've ditched a couple of lands, they haven't, so hopefully they're going to hit a pocket before we do. We've drawn more cards though, with our Trial and our Illumination. Going to hold the land because we have a access to Tormenting Voice. So I'm just going to... I think I should attack with one of these and just see what they do. So this thing's gonna be able to kill the sentinels if they want, but that's fine. Need to work our way through these things eventually. Oh, I get to make more things. Ugh, that's gross. I completely forget Nest of Scarabs does all this. So used to playing this in like Yawgmoth EDH, where it's actually like a combo card rather than not. Well, that's rude. That's going to stop the Hakma Sentinels from blocking. Yikes. Well, I think I'm supposed to no blocks and hope to rip something so we can try and win the game, because we're not going to win long term here. That does not do it. That was kind of rough. But we'll just keep fighting. Like that was, the hour was brutal. Then the Kenra was brutal. Yeah, they had rares. We don't have any rares, so yeah. I mean, there's not a massive amount we can do about that, but we will just have to see. It's probably, I guess there's potential where I don't play out the second mollusk, but into the Wrath, but yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot I can actually do about a lot of that in those situations, so. Come on, people, fight me. Yeah, this hand seems very good actually. Eternal's nice with the Prowess and Afflict, so kind of incentivizes them to not block it early. The Sentinels, and we've got Countervailing Winds, Trial, and is set up pretty nicely. So their Exert means that they can prevent all combat damage that would be out to it this turn. Fair enough. Okay, let's attack. We've got our Sentinels. Trial will trigger the Sentinels, which will discard a card. The Cartouche, oh, you can kill it. The Cartouche then means we get to pick up the Trial again, draw even more cards, so just need to hit a land here. Them killing the Hakma Sentinels turns on the Countervailing Winds at least. Okay, we missed on the land, but that's not the end of the world there. Really need it probably next turn. That one's rough. They can exert the Avenger, and it because it's got Vigilance, it's just going to hit me. that's rough. So we do have a desert, so this isn't doing much right now. I reckon we're just supposed to play out the Labyrinth Guardian. So this one actually stops it from untapping the desert. Just taps it. So we can, like, if they exert something, we can potentially just keep it down. First strike, discard a card, gets +2/+. So yeah, that card's going to be annoying. Cartouche to pick up the trial. That's brutal. Are you exerting this or not? You are exerting it. Okay, fine. Oh my word. Well, I guess I've kind of got to hold on to this countervailing winds now, because that trial's going to be brutal here, and this isn't untapping this turn anyway, so hopefully they just miss the land like we have been, and we get to counter the trial. This game's been kinda rough. Not finding the land we needed has been really rough. If you control a desert against your life, can't attack a block. I think I just need to counter that. I'm not going to get to hold up for the trials, so Jesus. Let's try and find this land. Still no luck. Keep that thing tapped at least. I'll get to play their trial, get to hit us for a few. Sand Strangler. Where's their desert? Oh, that's the desert. Oh, they've had a desert the entire time. Oh, Sand Strangler is brutal. Yeah, okay, let's move on. That's, I didn't even notice they had the desert. But their deck seems sweet. That's exactly how you'd want that one, but okay, let's just keep fighting, keep seeing if we can make this one happen. Like, we don't really have the payoffs for all of our stuff to work properly, so yeah, this hand seems fine. It'd be nice if we could win a die roll, but whatever. Right, okay, we've got a Trial of Zeal. Okay, we've got removal. That's kind of made this hand better. Hopefully just get to censor something next turn. We'd love to get something with a censor, and then something with a countervailing winds would be nice. Grixis. I'll take my creature with a censor. You get anything with a censor, it's great. So just gonna hold up the countervailing winds. We've obviously got the two trials to follow up with, so. Oh, love your mana base opponent. Yeah, I don't care about that one. Nope. I'm going to play the Trial of Knowledge here. Hoping we would find some more lands there so we can kind of start two spelling, but apparently not. My word. I need to try and find lands. Okay, they didn't have anything to cycle there, so that's good. But yeah, this card's pretty difficult to beat. Flyers are difficult and limited anyway. We don't actually have any reach, I think. I think they should have probably cycled that one. That would have been more scary as a 2/2 flyer. Oh my word. Just nothing we can do about this. We didn't, even if we'd like not played the trial, we didn't have enough cards in our graveyard to counter with the countervailing wind. At this point, am I just supposed to cycle this? It's not doing anything, is it? I need to try and find my card too, so at least I can pick up my trial. So that thing needs to stay tapped. Then I'll just play at the battlefield scavenger, I guess. Again, need to try and dig to our card too, so we can pick up the trial and kill their Drake. Hopefully they play out creatures. Definitely think they should just be, if they have creatures with cycling, they definitely should just be cycling them. It's much more difficult to deal with the flyers than it is to deal with creatures on the ground. Oh, well, that's rude. Well, I guess that's... Like, if they don't have any cyclers, then... Don't have any cyclers, okay. Well, that's a start, I guess. Okay, that went well. At least I had these trials to be able to sacrifice, I guess. No flyers. Why are you not just cycling these? Should 100% just be cycling that. Okay, that one didn't go so hot, but we'll give another couple of goes and see what's what with this this set. Right. Yeah, not much to say about that one. Our opponent's decks were much better. They had much better rares, which were kind of brutal. Let's open this pack, see what we get, and then we will move on to another draft. A Nimble Obstructionist. Cool. We'll catch you in the next draft.